Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. It's a day off, so I'm not going to say what day of the week it is. We'll say tomorrow's that day now. It got delayed by a day. Yeah. I had a nice weekend. And I started up Expedition 33. Although, technically speaking, Expedition 33 is the small font, isn't it? Isn't it like obscure or something? I don't know, like it says Claire Obscure on top. Is that so? Is it Expedition 33? I don't know what the Claire Obscure is. I don't think that's the studio. Either way, I started Expedition 33. How long am I in it? 6 hours. I've only played 6 hours. I was busy this weekend. So far, so good. You know? It's been alright so far. Yeah. The beginning was a little slow, I will say. I'm still trying to figure out, like, mechanics, but so far, like, it seems relatively straightforward. Seems fun. I like the turn-based combat. Turn-based, and yet you gotta be active on enemies' turns, which I think is genius. So, yeah. That's been awesome. Other than that, the collab video came out Sunday. By Sunday, I mean yesterday. So, happy about that. It's doing just as well / not well as I expected. So, you know, it's right there with my expectations, which is kind of good. And yeah, and I need to figure out what I'm making a video on for this weekend because I didn't have time to dive into the cave world. So, yeah. Although I was thinking of like potentially some other ways of doing the cave system, which might be easier. Because if I'm applying the noise, just the displacement. What if I don't want to just add the displacement to the thing that's cutting out? What if I just then cut out a basic tunnels and add the displacement to the tunnels? I mean, that's an option. So we'll see. Yeah. So I'll play around with it when I have some time. What is my next day off? Well, I already want to plan for my next day off. September 1st. Technically speaking, I have 2 days off next month, September 1st and September 30th. So, September 1st is in exactly 4 weeks. Okay. 4 weeks, September 1st. And then September 30th is the other one. So that's a Monday. That's a bit far away, though. Ideally, I'd like to get it figured out before then. We'll see. We'll see. See, if I, instead of playing Breaking Expedition 33 for 6 hours, I did that, you know, yeah, that would have been better. But I wanted to relax. So, and I'm lazy, as you guys know, so I didn't do that. It is what it is. Other than that, we working on the boss today. I did a little bit of stuff actually over the weekend for the game. And I still have the AV screenshots. I don't, do I? Oh, but I can store them. So I still have them in a trash can. And then I can open up in the photo editor and I can show you guys what I did. I basically slightly tweaked the material, which isn't a big tweak. Let me load it in. Okay. So here it is. So this is, right, this is the sprite. It's just a single frame. And then I did this. You might think like, oh, so it's brighter. Well, it's like, no, it's not really just brighter. If you look here, this gets darker actually. Right? And his body gets brighter, like his toes get brighter. But his heel gets darker. I'm actually doing a depth thing, right? Because you see his toes get brighter, his heel darker. So I'm actually doing a depth thing to kind of help with the with the feeling of depth. So it's not going to be much. Obviously, the normal map is going to do a lot of that anyway, so I don't need to do too much. I just felt like because there's no difference in color for some things, it'd be nice to have the variation in color, and I can make certain parts of him brighter or darker based on the material. So that's why technically the drum would be even brighter, but I made it darker to kind of balance it out more. So yeah, let's gonna do that. And other than that, we're gonna go. Yeah, set up all the views with this. Back to orthographic, back to how we were doing the other ones. It is what it is. So, yeah. Oh, other than that, because I don't need this anymore. You know, here. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? We're gonna get this. This lovely lighting working with it. This is from our testing from before. We can go ahead and remove these. Scoot you over. What we're gonna do also, or what I did rather also, is here. I still don't like the fact that the I still don't like the fact that I cannot do full screen. And when this reopens, you see how it like there's a little shuffle. I almost want to look into potentially pausing, having it load in the background somehow, and then making it visible, but I don't know how to do that. So I haven't. But what I did do is if I scroll towards the more damaged one. Why are you a little bit out? I need to tweak the value on that. Tweak the value. Crap. But all the things should be better. There it is. So this is actually bigger now, properly. Let me try to fix real quick this one, this multi-hit. So what I did was, in here, I need to put this into a function as well. I was going to do that on stream. So what I'm doing is, based on the size of it, it will change not the padding. It will change the amount it wraps. So if the text is smaller, it'll have a longer length of characters before it wraps. And so that way, it will not just shrink in, it will also, will look more proper, basically. So Okay, now, there you go. Now that's better. So every time the characters or letters get smaller, it increases the width there. That's why even though the letters are here narrower, right, smaller than these or smaller than these, they fit kind of nice. So I think we finally got kind of what I wanted in a sense, because I just had to modify, right? You see this one's smaller, but still fitting in there quite nice. So I think I got what I really wanted, which was effectively scaling the fonts. So in a way. So kind of glad for that. So now all of them are good. And before we jump into the boss, let me just make these a function. I'll set it to delayed on by 3 ticks. I found, because before then this is just not all calculated, because it first has to generate the card, then it has to just populate everything. That takes a frame, and then by the time this is loaded in, or this information is loaded in, it's like 3 frames later. So, but right, aside from this little like resizing, I think which mostly happens because of the scroll wheel. Although no, you see it here. Yeah, you see it there. So yeah, I need to. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta figure something out. Got to figure something. Somehow I need to probably set it to be not visible, and then when it's done, then it'll be set to visibility. Okay, either way, let's first collapse this to a function. Set wrap text. This is going to be the text variable, and the B is going to be spacing, wrap distance. And we get rid of you. Clean this up a little. Clean this up. It's fine. Okay. So now we see 3 of these. Right. Although common rich, what? Oh, whoops. I'm not plugging it. Yeah, I can only do 2-1. Unfortunate. Oh, this needs to. It's because of this, probably. Oh well. So we have you, and then we kill all of this. And this goes in here. So theoretically, what we can try is just real quick. I wish you could specify like a delay certain amount of ticks. I mean, I guess I could create a macro that just says delay X ticks and just set it up to just loop on this delay until next tick until a certain amount, but lazy. So what we can do is can we do set visibility? The problem is not everything is like set to something. So if I did set visibility none, to collapsed, I would still see it, won't I? Oh, I know. What? Wait. wait. Why did it disappear but not reappear? Yeah, it's doing that. Hey Casey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Collapse is not visible, not hit testable, but still loaded memory recall. Yes. Which is what people recommend, usually. This is what I was always told. So why is this not printing? Here, I'll actually, you know what? I'll actually use the breakpoint. Right? We go here. Next. It goes here for some reason. I hate that it opens all this crap. I just wanted to go the next in that section. Why did it go back here? Why did it not get to... Why is it here now? Was there because it's going for every single card is going to do this. So why does it... Well, yeah, this is pointless then. Because it's going to go through every single card and do that. So if I did... One, two, three. I only got ones. Now I'll get a... Why is it when I set it to be collapsed, it... hidden? It stops everything? Or this? Hidden also does not trigger then past the delays? What? Why? Huh? Why? I just wanted to do a little test, and it seems like the test is not possible. Because apparently it doesn't print past the first tick delay if it's hidden anyway. Which is a little bit of a head scratcher. Well, never mind. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Out of curiosity, you know what? One thing I'm gonna quickly just check, just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna change the delay until next ticks to just a regular delay. Hey, Z Run Sermon, welcome in. How's it going, guys? Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know why it stops what it's doing, but it does, and so be it. We're just not gonna do it that way. Yep. Let's not think about it. Hiding or collapsing turns off for widget. Really? Turns tick off for widget. How do I collapse it and not have it turn off tick for widget? So hold on. If I was to just have a print string at the end here and just change the visibility of the default to be, I don't know, collapsed. Nothing prints here. Why does it print here? Because tick is off. That's why. Hey, Marcio, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Well, that's weird. That's very weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, it seems like it only updates one visible. I just want to like visibly hide it for like a brief moment while it loads everything. And then once it's finished loading everything, then I want to just make it visible. That's all I wanted. I wasn't gonna ask for a lot, but apparently that's asking for the sun and the moon. So, oh well. That was a nice little detour. We got the function in, so screw it. Let's go back to the boss. This is in. Just comment this. Wrapping or text wrapping. Animation visibility delay? There's no animation. What do you mean? Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Happy BC Day. Thanks, Marcio. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I care as much about BC Day as I did about 4th of July. I'll be honest. I care about both equally. But what I mean by that is I don't care about both equally. But I get a day off, so that's nice. Oh, you want me to use animation visibility as a way of, so what, play animation? See, now I want to try that. Add to view after logic is loaded. I mean, I'm pretty sure well, here's the thing. How do I know that it's after the logic's loaded? I create it, and then it does the construction, But the next frame, I would need to load it. But I can't do it next frame loading it because I'm loading it all on a loop. So I'm loading them all. I can't delay them a single tick. I mean, I can. I can add them all to an array, wait a frame, and then add. Let me just double check that everything's fine right now. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're trying animation. We're just gonna try animation real quick. Play animation. No context mode, which it doesn't matter. Point is, I need to. I'm trying to get it to just not appear for a moment. That's all. Nope. Does not. Yeah, does not work. Oh, let me hold on. This it needs to not have these ticks. Sorry. Hold on. Hold. Okay. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Then we go, I don't know, 0.25. Self only.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Did I? What? So it doesn't play. So what we're seeing here is it also does not play the animation. Render opacity to 0 instead of visibility. Where the hell does render? Oh, render opacity. We'll try this after the ads. We'll see how it goes. That's clever. Render opacity is clever. Totally derail compared to what I was going to be doing, but we'll see. Because if it just, I don't mind them coming in like a fraction of a second later. If it means it removes the little like flicker thing. So it's worth checking. Oh, by the way, it's randomly remembered. You know what I noticed recently from a couple of days ago? Or a few days ago? This insanity. actually got a short, or I guess in this case a TikTok, to do well for the first time ever, and it had nothing to do at all with anything Unreal, of course. Not 69K SMH. So I was like, oh, well. Cool. Also, from looking from the comments, some people were thinking that I was talking about the modern day GPU, because, you know, graphics card companies, because I think both Nvidia and AMD are both guilty of just naming their stuff the same. Because apparently there's a 7990 modern, and I was talking about a 7990 from like over a decade ago. So yeah. One of my favorite, hold on, I'll just show you. And I'm not gonna be able to find it. Where's there was one comment that was great that I found hilarious. This. Dude, what's so funny? Why is he laughing? Enjoy yourself. Have a laugh. It's good. Why do people laugh? Because they're having a good time. I was reminiscing about my card. I don't know. I found this comment just funny, which is him asking why it's so funny. I don't know. Also, the second best comment was this. Bread by the Bread Paradox, which I thought was a great comment. Yeah, that was my whole side thing. You were laughing at the comment from the past. I mean, when I stream, I just laugh a lot. Because it's my time to be silly and whatnot. Like, in reality, I'll just watch entire comedies and not actually laugh at anything. I'm weird. Don't worry about it. Oh. Okay, that means I still want this stuff. But now it should work with it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, if I wanted this sooner now... can I make this not every 0.05 increment? Can I make this smaller? No? I guess I can do this. So I think that little pop in, I'm not going to be able to avoid. Oh, yes, I will. It doesn't pop in here. Oh, it is possible to avoid. Hold on. Where's the avoidance area? still there. One more over. It doesn't do the little movement thing anymore. Now, we do have the fact that it is taking a moment to appear. So, you know, pluses and minuses. But I feel like this is cleaner than what it was doing before. Right? I feel like this... Here, let's set it in the hub. I mean, maybe it's me. Right? If we go here... Right? It just works. It takes a moment, but then it just loads. Right? What was in the past was this. I guess without this, so I guess the past was this. Right? The letters would change. It would move. And also here, right? You see as it loaded with a scroll wheel, it would like jitter and the letters would move. So I feel like even though it takes a moment, and we might do something about that later, I feel like it's just cleaner. Right? It just appears. If it's a moment later, but at least it doesn't like move around. So thank you, Zebra. That's I think that fixes that. It introduces other problems, but we're not going to think about the other problems. Don't worry. Just don't think about them, and they're not there, right? And Casey, yeah. Thanks, guys. So, yay. Okay. Well, that was a nice little detour. Now, orc smash, right? Orc, I guess, dance. Orc dance. So, if you're curious about material, by the way, basically this is what I did. I looked up a distance material setup. And then instead of going just immediately base color to emission now, it goes base color multiply by this. And then I added a curve to it. Right. So if I want to, I can make it not be affected by the curve as much or more or less. If I go to one of the other ones, and you can see the curve here is not as high. I also increase the intensity of the brightness if I want to, right? But that's normal stuff. So it's just a little bit more for depth. So I think it helps a little. You're still working with your main menu UI, so you're having to do lots of that stuff. I'm sorry. And speaking of UI, I was chatting with an old buddy of mine earlier today, and he pointed me towards a pretty cool plugin which I'm not going to remember the name of and I was stupid enough to close it. I don't know why. Search history. There it is. Thankfully, history exists. It's called proto-animated text. This is pretty cool. Because I know, I remember somebody was doing like animated text. This is a plugin that allows you to have like all sorts of animated texts with rich texts and allows you to have images and clickable areas directly inside of Unreal. And you can just animate like per character stuff. It's really cool. Like you can do this stuff. You can do like waves, you can do the way it types in. Like, it's pretty cool. Because I was looking at a way of maybe this will do, will fix some of the issues. But if this has a better way of doing like the pictures and stuff, maybe. But yeah, you can see there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, here. You can, yeah, I can do like pauses, slows down, right? All that good stuff. Here, I'll post it in the stream. Yeah. Grab it. Proto animated text is the name. So I thought it was pretty cool. Again, it builds on top of the rich text. So, right, you can have the pictures and stuff. Yeah, you can see here, right? You can insert images and interactive widgets. And the thing that I was looking at was like, interactive widgets. Because that's a much bigger image than a picture. Because if I can have a widget potentially, or an image potentially bigger than the text, that means I can put images bigger than the text without having to do custom like sizes and stuff. But there's not enough, there's documentation for it, but like it doesn't answer all my questions. And yeah, you can see there's it has some documentation. But like I would have like niche questions. Like because right here you can see inserting images, same kind of thing as like the rich image row, except it's the proto rich image row. But if it uses the size of the default font, that's one thing versus the size of this. I would want it to use the size of the image I put in. Otherwise, what is the point of this setting? But I understand this is just a default setting that comes with this struct that is being used, so I get it. But, yeah. Images print as one character in a letter by letter print. So I assume it's using the default, just like regular rich text, actually. So, yeah. Yeah, but this was cool. Don't need it, but it was cool. Also, here, I'll throw it into game dev discussions in case anyone needs it. Yeah, I put it in the Discord as well. Cause it's cool. Okay. Otherwise, let us set this up, right? So I've gone back to, we're doing the side versions. Now we're doing this. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I think it'll be fine. We're not doing freestyle anymore. We're not doing the outline, so I'm talking about this outline, right? We're not doing that anymore. We've learned how to do that for much quicker and easier inside of a sprite. So we'll do that instead. And then this needs to be updated. We gotta update the info for you. And the path. Orc Thor, the rhythm killer. I'm just Thor here. Boink. And there we go. Okay. So theoretically, without this freestyle, when I hit play, it's gonna go so fast. Before I do that though, I probably don't need all the height, so 128 for height. That should be better. Please tell me you do not go above the line. Okay, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. If not, we will cry together. Go. Look at the speed. Without freestyle, look at the speed. Oh my god. Why is freestyle so slow? This is the speed I was dreaming of. It's done. I mean, that's so good. It's so good. Yeah, so we're done rendering this guy already. Just insane. I love it. I love it. Grab us a sprite. So we need to do is grab all of these frames. And was it Shift O? Yeah, Shift O. Look at that. Oh. And now we can change the color if we want per character. I think the outline is per character, which is nice. I'm realizing the depth thing will also reverse it here, but I think that's fine, right? Hopefully that's fine. We'll see. I think that's going to be fine, because that's what we want, right? I still want it to be darker in depth, because it's still relative to the camera, so I think it's going to be fine. Right, but you could tell, like, especially on these ones, what that depth is doing, right? You can see, like, this is much brighter than this. And we'll see how it looks once it's in Unreal. If it looks terrible, we'll change it. We'll go without it. But if it looks good, we'll definitely do it for everything going forward. Okay, and last one. Bam, bam. Lines up, export, yes, done. Unreal. Okay, so theoretically, all we need to do is go to him. Isle combat. Re-import. You can do it. I believe. Oh, he looks so ridiculous because he's not angled the right way anymore. It's okay. We fix him. We'll fix him. Right, let's go ahead and just reset this back to the parent. Then we also need to now go in here, bulk edit these. This is going to be bottom center. It's also interesting, like when I'm looking at over at OBS and I see like the shadow, it looks almost like the right size because the camera's angled. But like to me, if I look at it, it looks very stretched. But because of how the camera is set up, it doesn't look, almost doesn't look stretched. It almost looks like. Which I find amusing. Yeah, so now we can change this. Taller. Not that tall. Probably 230. Hey, Achilles, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Probably like that, but just not as wide. There we go. So, if we take a look, ignore his moving. If we look only at his idle, they look so ridiculous right now. Yeah, it doesn't work. No. The depth thing doesn't work. It works, like, but also it's too extreme. So, and if it's very subtle, then it's basically pointless. But you know what? Now we know. If I had to grab some food and get some inspiration, nice. Both are good. What kind of food are you getting? Anything amazingly tasty? I've stopped being lazy. Well, that's very much exaggeration. I've stopped being as lazy. So, more accurate. And I've been making some. I've been making more more rice. And then I bought some frozen veggies, like frozen like peas and corn, all that kind of stuff. And I've been making extra rice, so I can make fried rice and throw those in. And it's been good. It's tasty.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Grabbing some fried rice. Oh, nice. Is this to one of the Paragon characters? Yep. It is indeed. Rice makes it so much better to cook. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just using the Paragon characters. They come with animations, which is nice. Makes it nice and simple. And I like that. You're using Sparrow. Nice. I couldn't tell you which one that is. For the archer look, based on the name, makes sense. That someone called Sparrow would be an archer. Yep, that makes sense. Checks out. Yeah, we have a few Paragon characters, I think. Well, we have one Paragon character for a boss. I used Boris, the bear. I think that's the only one I used. The other ones I don't think are the Paragon ones. I think they're the other ones. Luckily, grab them before the fab migration. You can still get them. And wait, you can still get them, right? I mean, I think you can. I mean, they all say saved in library, to be fair. But yeah, you just add to library, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I used her. She's a regular mob. Yep, used her. Not. So I used her. I used Boris. So far, obviously I'll probably be using more. But yeah, I used Boris. I really want to use this guy because he looks awesome. Like, this looks awesome. But he looks just like, you know, like every other freaking Grim Reaper type enemy. I don't know. There's another one that looked really cool. Not her. No, not her. There's one, there was the ice one. Oh, this one. Yeah, this is gonna be another boss or something. That looks awesome. Like, yeah, the other skills and whatever, but like this one specifically, right? We're definitely making that into a boss. For sure. Hopefully she has enough animations. Go to ice biome area? Yeah. Should be cool. Why do you... Oh, because I saw it open, it just reopened the same one. I see. It all checks out. It just barely fits inside of the frame. Great. Great. This is good. Also doing the outline here not only is faster, but it's probably going to fix some of the outline issues that I had. I think originally I wanted to do it inside of Blender because it had the option of doing it like per object. So some characters had like multiple objects and would outline the objects as well as the character versus outlining specifically the entire thing together. But as I've done more of these guys, I've noticed that most just come in as one mesh anyway. Like this guy, right? It's still one mesh. So there's no like, oh yeah, we're outlining the drum versus outlining him kind of thing. So you don't really get the benefit. So if we re-import you. Is you'll spend like a minute admiring your work every time before getting started. Yeah, watch this video. Also, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch my collab with Azil Arts, and then go watch his video. And leave comments and like. It was super fun. We did like it's very interesting for me, like watching the other person's point of view, because I was excited just to see how, you know, what he did, right? Because we go about things so differently. Right? In my case, like I focused a lot on the lighting, like, because a well-lit cube will look better than an unlit cube, no matter what the cube looks like, right? It could be the most amazing realistic cube, but if it has shitty lighting, it's not gonna look good. So that's always been like, yeah, focus on that. And so, and also, in my case, I guess, I saw that there were blueprints. There's a blueprint folder of assets, and he didn't. So, I definitely had an easier time, but he definitely has, you know, more knowledgeable in other places. Like, he just threw together a freaking effects an aggro system in one of the parts. But I wasn't going to touch that. I thought he brought it in from another pack. I was very wrong. Is he too big? Like when he's like up above, is he too big? I'm thinking of making him a bit smaller. You also figured out why the rocks were blue, but didn't have time to fix it? Yeah, I didn't even try to look into it. Yeah, he's almost like Shadow of the Colossus size. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe going... He's right now at 2x. Maybe 1.5x. Instead. And if we look at him, he's right now at 2x. If I make him 1.5. Then we need to change the camera here to be 4. Will he fit? He just barely doesn't fit. Barely does not fit. Oop. Just give the character a grappling hook and everything will be fine. I wish. There are some things that are impossible because they're sprites. Things like grappling or being on top of an enemy is impossible. And having an enemy grab you is impossible. Like actually grab you versus have a like something that appears like a cage around you. Like, right, you can still do that, but that's it. It's gonna be 1.5x instead of 2. Normals. Oh. Oh, I love this faster rendering. So good. How about the scorpion hook? What is the scorpion hook? I'm not aware of this. Wait, do you mean scorpion like Mortal Kombat, where he shoots it? Okay, you do mean that. I mean, theoretically, that is possible, yes. Look, when you said scorpion hook, I was imagining an actual scorpion and like its tail. Maybe like that's the hook you were talking about. Okay, and then I realized it. I realized it before it was said. Okay, no, I'll take some credit. It'd be a sick power up for the cards. I mean, it would need to be an active item, right? The problem is the cards have to be all passive, and you can't passively just hook an enemy. So maybe. Yeah, the fact that it has to be passive, it has to like, obviously we can make it stack with other things, it's not hard, but I don't know. I will be honest, there is a chance I introduce active abilities to the weapons. If I did that, that would be one of them, probably. I'm not throwing it out the window that I will never have like a hotbar with like the weapon's abilities, stuff like that. Or maybe it has like some cool attacks or something that are on cooldown they can use. That's possible. I've thought about it in the past. So technically the dash is active, yes, but it's not part of the weapon. I have active items in the game. Like that's a thing. But it's like the, you know, an active item Binding of Isaac, right? There's only one. Yeah, so it's possible once we get further in, the last thing I might add in is like actual like different abilities for weapons, which I think could be really cool. I think it would benefit it potentially. But it's not on the priority list. What is this? 230 divided by 4 times 3. 172. Yeah, around there. Let's make him a little narrower now. That's probably better, right? Again, looking at him only when he's standing, that's probably a better height for him. I wish I could see the top of his drum. It's my only like wish for all this, but I can't like angle it down because these animations that play the drum, and so the animations would all break if I started messing with that. It is what it is. Okay, let's get so the idle's fine. Let's get the walking one, and then we'll be back to kind of where we were. By walking, I mean run. Why did it come in under idle? Odd. .38 frames. Okay. This is from 0 to 38. Material. Only recently did I learn that you just press up and enter. You just select the one I want basically every time. It's so convenient because it's named the same thing with just 0.001. So up selects the one that doesn't have the 0.001, which is the one I've configured, and so it automatically just does that, which is really nice. And there we go. Now we have all the right animations. So let's do save as. We don't want to mess this one up. Let's overwrite it. It's fine. So I assume that forward is going to be fine. And then if we go sideways, yeah, he's going to be far wider. So we definitely need the width there. Run. Go. Oh, I should have deleted the old ones. In theory, it should be relatively, yeah, that's very easy to select them. Delete those, delete those. Bam, done. That's how we render. It's great. Yoink. Okay, what are we working with here? Let's see. How many frames? It's 20 frames! Oh, it's the best. Oh, it's the best. I love me 20 frames. I'm such a simple creature. I find out that I can have an animation loop every 20 frames, which is very easy. Just go in and mindlessly select and do, and I'm just happy. I'm such a simple creature. Again, 20! Yay! Oh, by the way, as I mentioned earlier, I started playing Expedition 33. And at the very beginning, it is a French game. So there's French music playing. And I think it was the first time ever. Not that I listened to French music. I mean, that might be the first time ever, but it was the first time ever. I'm like, I wish this was in English. Because it seemed like a very, like, impactful, probably, like, music with lyrics that, like, really are emotional for the thing, and I'm just no idea what they're saying in the song, and they're just looking out and into the sunset, basically. it's like it would probably be a lot more emotional if I understood what they were saying. I understand why they, don't also create different music for different languages, but it was like the first time where I'm like, oh, yeah, music's pretty big, huh? Or pretty important. Who would have guessed? I know, right? This needs to also change back to just the tight IMX. Probably need to do that on the other one too. On the idle. If it's not already, probably not. No. Not these. Battle combat. Oh, this one seems right. Okay, yeah, this one's right. So now, yeah, so there we go. So now he's, he's back. He's back to his his pixelated self. It's so weird. Like, I guess it's because these characters, right, are too detailed. I want him to be more pixelated, like lower res, but we can't go lower res with this kind of models. So realistically, like, if I could, I would have lower res models that had like bigger pixel resolution, probably. Not sure, like I can't say that for certain, but like that's kind of in my head. Like I feel like that would be what I'd want. Welcome back, Marcio. Welcome back. How's your time away from here? I don't know if I should hope that it's terrible or great. Because on one hand, it's nice when you're here. So in a sense, like, I want you to be here. And so if that's the case, do I want you to be miserable when you're away? Or because I don't actually want you to be miserable, should I want you to be happy that you were when you're away? And I don't know which I want. I'm conflicted. You know? Should I be like, yay, you were miserable, or yay, you were happy? And that's the stuff that goes through my head. The weird stuff that goes through my head. It was awfully good. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I want to, from here, check the animation length. And 55 is fine. You go with happy because being happy here and away aren't mutually exclusive. No, I was thinking it from the point of view that if you're miserable when you go away, that means you will want to immediately come back to make yourself happy. So if I wish you were miserable when you're away, it's so that way it's like a drug, right? Where you're like, oh shit, I gotta go back. I need to get my fix. I need to be get my happiness. What I'm saying is, I want to be your cocaine. Clearly, that is the message I'm sending. Procedural dopamine hits. Hell yeah. Straight to the mind. The procedural mind. And I get your mind expanding, growing. Heck yeah. Marcio, you're number one, it seems. You were not number. See, you were not number one for a while. You didn't have anything, and then you became number one. Still trying to figure out that system. I still do not fully understand the system. Oh, you just sell the materials. He's got another 75 XP in like 2 seconds. Yeah, it seems like you get 75 XP every certain amount of time. Maybe, I think it's like every 90 minutes is my guess. You have like a chunk of time, and if you send messages during that, you get 75 XP. You get more. You get also more XP if you send super chats, but I don't know if that's based on how much you send or if you just send one. Because I know it is very much pay to win for those like top 3 positions, whatever reason. So I imagine that if someone sent a message at this point, other than you, they'd probably also get the 75 XP. But I don't know. That's if it's based off the stream time and not the since last message time. Because there's a chance it's not from the space of the stream, it's based off of last message. And I don't know which one it is. Okay, go. There it goes. And it's done. I love it. I love it. Oh, speaking of being done and death, I started watching a new anime of the season. It's actually pretty cool. On Crunchyroll. Togen Anki. It's about superpowers, basically. It's another superpower anime. So, right up my alley. Definitely pay to win, yeah. Is Blender a must for animations? No. Unreal animation tool good enough? Also no. Blender's not a must. There are many animation tools out there. Some better, some worse. I would not do your animations in Unreal. They're getting better. The tools are getting better for it. But like, it's just the alternatives are still better. But you don't have to do it specifically in Blender. You can do it in any 3D program. Is what I mean. Death. I didn't mean to close. I didn't mean to close it. Yeah, no worries. Can't take all the images. Add an outline. Does it add an outline at the bottom frame? It does not. Great. See, now his entire thing goes underground. You just don't question it. I like the little slam down. Like I like the little. You know, that's nice. Just don't question where his drum goes. Yeah, just don't question it. Is really the answer. By the way, also, I don't know why I'm just thinking about this random stuff. Have you guys heard that Sony is suing suing Tencent? I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently Sony's suing Tencent. And I am very conflicted on this. Yeah, for the Horizon clone. And I'm very conflicted. As someone that absolutely loves Horizon Zero Dawn, one of my all-time favorite games. Second one was better mechanically, but worse in the story, in my opinion. I am very conflicted. Because on one hand, I agree. It is a very blatant ripoff. On the other hand, I will take any game in that world with that kind of setting. But like, I love that setting so much. Like pre-Horizon setting. Like, I just love futuristic and still prehistoric, or not prehistoric, but futuristic and like cavemen like combined. I like that kind of stuff where it's future and not future, bows, but there's, yeah, I love all that stuff. It's hard to explain. So I was like, anything that gives me stuff in that kind of world is awesome. And like the mechanics and all that, like it all seemed very cool and right up my alley. But at the same time, oh yeah, this is 100% a Horizon ripoff. 100%. Like the animals and the way they're created or they look. Like, I can't speak on anything if there's like story stuff or not. Who knows? But I was like, yeah, this is 100% it. So I'm very conflicted because like I both want it and I also wanted to be fair. I don't know which what I want. They could have done any other NPC models and would have passed. Even if they changed it enough, like what Pocket did with Pal World, it would have been fine. Pal World and Pokemon have nothing in common. I mean, yes, they have stylized monsters, but that's it. It's no different than Pokemon and what's the other franchise? I forget the other franchise's name. That Pokemon ripped off of Dragon Quest. Right, no difference from that. But yeah, that one was very clearly, like, visually the same. Because when you first saw it, you're like, New Horizon? I was like, oh no, it's not Horizon. Nintendo just killed them in court? Did they? Did Nintendo, like, is it officially, like, Nintendo won? Because Nintendo was backpedaling, last I read. Also, Nintendo's not suing them for any art stuff. They're suing them for things they copyrighted after the game's already been out. Which is insane to me still. But the capture mechanic was the issue. Yeah, but they copyrighted it after it's been already out, and after it's already been in other games as well. Which I don't understand how they got the patent for that, but I'm not the patent office, so. No. It was trademarked after Pal World was already out. That's how recent of a trademark that is. They trademarked like in, yeah. It was like, what? This was, I don't know what trademarks are, yeah? Like they filed the copyright for it. I don't know the differences specifically. I can't speak on that. But yeah, either way, like, yeah, with the whole Sony and Tencent one, it's definitely much more obvious visually that it was ripped off. And again, like I'm like conflicted because like on one hand, it looks freaking amazing. I would love to play it. On the other hand, yeah, it should be fair. You shouldn't be able to steal that much. So I think in my case, I'll be happy in either direction it goes. Like I don't have a, you know, I want Sony to win or I want Tencent to win. I'm like, yeah. You guys figure it out. Just don't make Horizon 3 terrible, please. Because I'm a little concerned for Horizon Zero Dawn 3. I will say. Or Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon 3. Oh. I know what's going on. I didn't make them bottom center, did I? Nope. It looks so ridiculous. Why does it move over on the last frame? Why does it move over in the last frame? It just moves over in the last frame. I'm just gonna delete the last frame. I think I cannot delete it from these. So I'm just gonna open all of them. I'm gonna delete last frame. No, it's still a boss. I just haven't given it the boss tag, which is why it became the big red guy. And once I give him the boss tag, he'll become not able to do that anymore. Yeah, it became the thing because it became an elite. Yeah, let's do that now. Boss. Oh, this one has AI boss already on this guy. Why did he become an elite? Is it broken? If Power was made by a non-Japanese company, Nintendo would have been SOL. I mean, it probably would be a lot more difficult to do something about it, yeah. Did Pocket Bear settle? Is that official? I didn't hear anything about this. Last I saw was July 25th, Nintendo rewrites a patent mid-case. Ongoing lawsuit. I don't see anything about Pocket Pair settling. Or the lawsuit being over. They're smart about changing the game. Because they have to because of Nintendo. So, but that means they're willing to make changes to it, which makes Nintendo's fight against them much more difficult. Because Nintendo wants the whole thing brought down, right? Yeah. I don't see anything. It's the Nintendo. Yeah, it's still ongoing. There's no settlement. I don't know where you heard that, but it's still ongoing. There's no winners here yet. And last that I saw, July 25th, Nintendo rewrites patent mid-case and ongoing lawsuits against Power Dev Pocket Bear. And that's usually, you don't do this mid-case. That's usually bad. Because the only reason you would do that is if it doesn't work for you, like, or something. So, yeah. Don't count Pocket Pair out yet. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely pro Pocket Pair. No company, because really, Nintendo's not really going after Pocket Pair. They're really threatening every single indie out there in the world that's basically like, oh yeah, we just copyright something after you've made it and then sue you into oblivion if we wanted to. That's basically what they're saying. If they win this case. Hope you feel better, good guts. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Have a good night, gag. You know, I have not seen anyone short his name to just gag, but that's great. Yeah, Nintendo's being evil corpo. Yeah, all for me, none for thee. Yep. There we go. See, now he dies and he just lies there. He doesn't move over. Good. Problem solved. Oh, also, I think the normals are not working. The normals are fine, actually, because we set them up before. I guess they're still, yeah, they still maintain their setting. So we'll check. Yep. Which means I can probably remove you and you. Get rid of these guys. We don't need them anymore. I was actually another thing I was considering over the weekend is my birthday is in about 2 months in October, and people have been wanting me to play a scary game, unrelated to the birthday, but because it's October. And I'm thinking of maybe taking a week off because it's my birthday there, and then maybe doing like a stream or two during that, like on my birthday or something, of me playing whatever scary game that I don't know you guys request, assuming I can get it and it's like doable. So it's a thought. I don't know why I would do this. I mean, I might not do it on my birthday specifically, but maybe. Also, I want to check on this guy. If we look at the sprites, normal flatness. So this is like full normal map. This is full flatness. That's where we are right now. So I can theoretically make him look even more three-dimensional by doing this, but I feel like it's kind of weird. So that's why I'm gonna come in the middle. So it's like in between. Hey, Cyberpunk Zombie, welcome in. How's it go? Hope you're doing well. Play this Silent Hill remaster. That should be a fitting scary game. How long is the game? Like, how long is like the full game? Also, keep in mind that I am terrible at one, those kinds of games, and two, at anything with a gun, pretty much. So I worry for that. Oh yeah, I also, on the whole sprite business here, you turn this off. $16 to 18 hours, 30 for full completion. I don't promise completing that then. I mean, if you're fine with me like playing like the, you know, first part of it, you know, for a stream, you'd be like a 4 or 5 hours, 4 to probably 6 hour streams, my guess. But there's no way I'll be able to finish that. So, if people are fine with that, then, you know, I can try that one. That'd be fine. The only thing is, I would need to see how much it costs, because I don't really want to pay, you know, a full price game if I'm not going to be playing it. If it's like, you know, 20, 30 bucks, yeah, I'll pick it up. We'll see. It's not, I haven't scheduled like the time off or anything yet, but that was a thought I had over the weekend. I was like, you know what? Might not be terrible, because there's an extra on the 13th of October is an extra day off I can get. Silent Hill 2. I wish, is there a way? There's no way to filter by genre on Steam, right? Like, oh, hold on. No, there is. Because you can do here, right? Store tags. Horror. So I have some horror games. I'm sorry, Undertale? Binding of Isaac? I mean, I have Alien Isolation, Amnesia the Dark Descent, Bendy the Dark Revival, Bioshock. I've never beaten Bioshock. I played a little bit of Bioshock, and then it was too scary for me when I played it originally, and I'd never beaten it. Bioshock Remastered, which I think I played for a stream like a long time ago for only an hour. Blasphemous. So I mean, is Control horror? What? So there's like a few. Darkest Dungeon, Dead by Daylight. I played Dead by Daylight quite a. How much did I play in Dead by Daylight? Only 26 hours. Death Stranding is horror? And look, guys, we can play Doom, which I've also have 34 minutes in. Why do I have 34 minutes in Doom only? Because I'm terrible with shooters. You'd love to watch me play Bioshock? I mean, I might do that. Bioshock sounds like... I feel like I've missed out not playing Bioshock. I have The Forest. Fran Bow, which I've heard good things about. Oh, Hellblade is so good.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hellblade was a great game. I'm sorry. Why is Lara Croft Go? Because horror? I Left 4 Dead. 2.6 hours. That's all I can manage in Left 4 Dead. Layers of Fear. 28 minutes. It's all I managed in Layers of Fear. So maybe we'll just pick a game that I already have. Because I have some horror games. I've heard really good things about Layers of Fear. It's just I've never... I'm like, no, it's just I'm not having fun, so I just never played that. Limbo, Little Misfortune. Little Nightmares is a great game. You got Remnant 2, love the co-op. Oh, first one, nice. Control here, that's good. I've never played Control. I have it, clearly, but I've never played it. They're better with people, though. You need a team. Yeah, not gonna have a team. Mutant Year Zero, whatever that is. I have Outlast. Party Hard, which I played in 88 minutes of. Path of Exile is horror. Oh, Plague Tale, played that and I beat it. It's not what I expected. It went into a direction I did not expect for Plague Tale. Remnant 2? You were saying Remnant 2? I have that. Is this horror? Can we play Remnant 2? I know nothing about the game, by the way. I just have it. I know nothing about it. Not even like the kind of camera it is. Ring of Rain. It's an amazing game, not horror. Oh, really? Okay. Shady Part of Me. This looks cool. Sheltered. Sky Hill. Oh, Slayaway Camp is pretty fun. I have 3.9 hours in Slayaway Camp. You play like a little mini game. Like it's a puzzle game, basically, where you have to kill mobs as little different like villains. Stray is not horror. I mean, it depends how you look at it. It could be horror, I guess. Subnautica, okay, yeah. Suits, a business RPG, is horror. Something's weird about this horror tag. third-person Souls-like shooter, 3-player co-op. Oh, nice. Sunless Sea. I have System Shock 2. And System Shock, apparently. Also, horror. Guys, you play Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. That's a horror game. Right? Tomb Raider's a horror game. Look, she's so scary. Vampire was a cool game. Vampire was a weird game where it had like such a contradiction of how to play, like how you're supposed to play it. It's so weird. Walking Dead, never played. Zombie Army Trilogy. So I have a few games. I'd be so down to play BioShock. Remastered, obviously. I only have an hour in it. I feel like I've missed something when I'm not playing this game. I don't know. We'll see, right? For now, I'm playing through this. I beat freaking Metaphor Refantasia after 90 hours. Thank goodness for that. I am glad I beat Metaphor. Finally. It wasn't like a terrible game, but it wasn't like... I don't think it lived up to the hype people gave it. That I heard about, at least. So... it is what it is. It's one of the staples, yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard many good things about it. Hey, look, guys. He has a black underwear, which, by the way, you see because there's cameras that are rendered this way. You don't only see the black. Just don't think about it. You're currently in playthrough of Expedition 33 as well. Nice. Yeah, I'm only 6 hours in, so I'm very early on. I assume it's a big game. Let me... first save. Do this to remove all the extra materials. And now we can go ahead and kill this and import a new one. You're not a huge fan of turn-based games, so you've only been watching streams of it? Oh, I love turn-based games. I grew up on JRPGs. I mean, I say that like I played a ton of them. But I played like a good amount. Like, I loved... Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. It's a turn-based RPG. I love turn-based stuff. Of any kind, pretty much. Yeah, I... Like... The new remake... It's not the same without the turn-based stuff. I'm like... Yeah, I get it. But... Like, I cannot just even come to describe the joy I felt as a child using like a quad summon Knights of the Round Table. It's like at the end game and just seeing, and it was such long animations that you could not skip. But it was always so epic and I felt so good about them every time. Like, can I find Knights of the Round Table, which is like the best Final Fantasy VII. Here. So this is right, 7 obviously. So this is Knights of the Round Table. And this is the full animation. So this is Knights of the Round Table. So you have every knight come in and then do their own damage. And you can combine this with quad summon. And so all it did was it literally played this animation 4 times for 1 attack. So you know. And never touch any of the Final Fantasy. You're fine. Final Fantasy 7 was my first big RPG. So yeah. So I grew up on it, basically. So yeah, like all of this is still going, by the way. This is still the one summon. Right. And then, and then we come back and basically the entire thing is about just under a minute and a half for one summon animation. And if you did quad summon, you're in there for what, 6-7 minutes just watching the same thing on loop. So I understand why they don't do it these days, right? But I miss that. Like the feeling I got there, I miss that. And I can't do it. You can't do it with a new system. You grew up on FPS/RTS. Doom, you came in Command and Conquer. Yeah, I grew up on RPGs. I grew up on RPGs. Oh, by the way, that quad summon Knights of the Round Table that I'm discussing, that wouldn't like one-shot a boss or anything. You would do that multiple times during the battle. Yeah, for sure. So again, I understand this would not fly with the modern audience, that people are like, come on, I've seen it once, I don't want to see it again. So like, I get it. But like, I'd still want to have that effect, but just maybe like just have a skip. Cool, just do the skip, do the damages. Like for people, like I think that'd be fine. I don't like how the new summons are done in the new remake. I'll be honest. Yeah. I don't like it. They don't feel as impactful as they did like when I was a kid. Grew up in Crash Bandicoot, then FPS RTS. Nice. RPGs are awesome. You can totally understand. They had some of the best stories. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I was very much not big on story. I was big on visuals. I was big on graphics when I was a kid. Like for me, graphics were king. In fact, like a lot of games, I would look like at the back of the box and look at what it looked like and judge on that whether or not I wanted to try the game. I was very much that kind of guy. And then after that, then, okay, like let's get in. Is the game fun now? Like, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Like, I've never played, like, I played Fallout 3, but it didn't take me long to go through the entire story. I think I missed out on a lot of stuff, but I wasn't, like super invested in it because I just didn't like the visuals. And I still remember that the ending of Fallout 3 was the most anticlimactic thing in the world for me. Quick spoilers on Fallout 3 endings, like story ending, by the way. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just, you know, I guess, look away. Or don't listen for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. At the end of Fallout 3, you had the choice of sacrificing yourself to stop a reactor, like a nuclear reactor. Hey, Thomas, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Or something along those lines. Basically, you could sacrifice yourself to like save all these people. It would be a heartfelt ending. Here's the problem with that. I befriended a mutant who was immune to radiation, and I was given the option of having him go in and do the stuff for me, and zero consequences. So he just did it, and it was just not a big deal at all. And cool, I guess. I just like, I guess cool. You were the guy into Skyrim but never tried Fallout? I've played a lot of hours in Skyrim. I've beaten it, I think twice, and then I did like a big modded thing as well. Yeah, Skyrim is great. So yeah, that's my experience with with it. We're working on your game tutorial tonight. Going to work on your game, but starting to run out of steam. All good. If you're starting to run out of steam, you can always work on some other part of your game. All right. If you're getting tired of doing, you know, the AI or whatever, do some audio, do some effects. You know. You also do that. If you have like a tutorial level that you're making, then yeah. That's another part of the game you can work on, so you don't feel as burnt out, or don't get burnt out rather. Getting tired in general, sleepy? Well, get some sleep, get some rest. Nothing wrong with getting some rest and some sleep. That's what you've been doing, bouncing around all things Unreal at the moment? Yeah, that's what I do. As you've no doubt seen. I go everywhere. All the things. Do all the things. Why'd I close the folders? Attacks. Plural? Yes. It's already done. So good, so good. Worked over 10 hours today, but you got to get some time in somewhere. I mean, you can always get some sleep and just do it before you work, right? If you feel too tired after your work, consider, instead of doing it after work, do it before work. I don't know how much energy you need for work, but that's an option. You know, so you don't feel as tired for doing the stuff they enjoy. Hey, Mondat, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Did I render? I did. Starting at 8 a.m. but get up at 6:45. Oof. Yeah, doing stuff earlier than that is a little rough. Yeah, I have a hard time going to sleep earlier as well. Even when I like adjusted everything where I was going to sleep at like 11 and waking up at 7, it still was terrible. So now I'm waking up at 8, but I start going to sleep around 11 something. So I actually get a little more than 8 hours of sleep now, and I think that's what's really helped me. So even though when I was getting 8 hours, like I was fine 8 hours, and then I offset it back one, and then just my body's like, no, I don't care that you're getting the same amount of sleep. Go back. You saw my channel popping up on my gaming dashboard? Oh, welcome. Welcome. I do game dev streams and PCG tutorials in Unreal. And that's pretty much my content. $16 frames. Looks so silly, kind of smacking the two morning stars together. And kind of silly. But once he, creates a projectile with them, like a sonic boom projectile, it won't be so silly, will it? Normal. Yeah, his little fur stuff definitely does not translate at all. But thankfully, once he becomes a sprite, you don't really notice it, so it's fine. You're a 3D agent. What does that mean? I am three-dimensional, yes. I don't know about an agent. All lines up. Bam. Bam. Export. Yeah. Anyone got any leads on a good place to get skeleton meshes rigged for creatures? What do you mean skeleton meshes are rigged for creatures? Or do you mean like just where to get rigged creatures, just in general? Fab. There's not money options. Yeah, fab. Yeah, sorry. Choices are kind of, yeah, not great. Maybe best off either getting a model that comes pre-rigged or rig it yourself. Yep, yep. Pretty much. Cosmo is good? What is Cosmo? Been trying to rig a T-Rex that you found a free model of. It doesn't work. Opening in Blender, try to learn to rig it yourself. Yeah, that's probably your best course of action. The problem with doing that is now you have to also animate it yourself, right? The problem with rigging something is you also then have to animate something, because that means you're not using a pre-made skeleton and pre-made animations. So now you have to do all animations as well. So don't think that once you rig it, then, oh, cool, now you're good. You got now all the animations to do. And if you're not an animator, that's painful. Your mistake has been trying to do it in Unreal. I mean, you can do it in Unreal. Then there's new rigging stuff in Unreal. I haven't tried it, but like, that's a thing. So attack clap. Okay. Okay, there we go. Boom. That. Like a nice clap there. You know? Gonna be able to give you an applause. Sort of, not really. I mean, I call it a clap, but it's not really a clap, is it? Boom. Boom. Yeah. Our first attacking animation is in. All right. Learn to model, rig, and animate in Maya. It's got some badass tools for it, but nothing that's high tech or push button simple. Yeah, nothing like that. Yeah, I learned rigging and all that in Maya as well, back like in college. And the last time I touched rigging was 2011. Yeah, 2011. When I worked on 21 Jump Street. That was the last time I touched rigging. Could I do rigging if I wanted to? Oh, actually, no. I did some rigging of some hard surface stuff, but that I don't count that. You don't really need to rig hard surface stuff. It's pointless. The only time you want to rig hard surface stuff is like if you want to do specifically bone-driven animations in Unreal, which I did do like a few years ago. But like I don't count that. That doesn't involve like proper skinning and all that. That was 2011 last time. My 2018 was the last version you touched? I mean, I use Maya at work, so I use Maya 2023. To be fair, not much has changed since 2018. If anything, it's just gone worse. I couldn't tell you what's new since 2018 till now, but I can tell you what's worse since 2018 till now. Move to Blender for that? Yeah, I've been moving to Blender as well.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I finally found the UV plugin that gave me what I want, so which is just aligned to X, aligned to or aligned to U, aligned to V for UVs, which gave me basically what I wanted. So after that, I'm like, okay, cool, Blender time. Because I don't know why, but when you don't have a good model, which is kind of what I work with a lot when I get it from somewhere else, it's painful. So I don't understand why Alias went under and sold to Autodesk. Did it go under or did it just sell? Because some companies just sell to bigger ones because it's worth it. Like, was it going under and so it sold? Or what did it sell? Because it wanted to, like, oh, here's like pretty penny. I remember Alias. My first Maya was 6.5. You want to get good with Blender, but you keep going back to Maya. That's fine. If you want to get better faster, uninstall Maya. If you force yourself to do it, you'll get, you know. The thing is, right, when you go from a Maya to Blender, it's a slow transition because you just need to remember where all the buttons are. But everything you've learned in one program doesn't, like, go away from the second program. You still know how to do all those things if you learn how to do them, right? It's just a matter of, oh, where's the button equivalent there? Like, maybe there's a little bit of workflow, like, changes you got to figure out, but that doesn't take long. And then it's just a matter of, like, oh, where's the hotkeys? Where's the button? Where's, you know, and getting that all reset up. And that takes a little bit of time, but once you do it, that's it. Maya was so much better once it was under Alias. Your first version was Maya 1.1. Well then. Yeah, how? Yeah, I don't know even when that came out. I remember I got 6.5 was my first one. 6.5 was when I was in high school. Maya 5 was your favorite? What specifically about Maya 5? Also, where is it? Also, Thomas, I remember you were saying you were so old, but you're not older than 44. Because, and I will not believe you if you say you're older than 44. Because I was checking my age and gender, and for the live streams, everyone is right here between 25 and 44. Literally everything outside of that is 0%. So you're a spry 44-year-old at the worst. Any number past that, I do not believe. That's it. I have 0% watching me outside of this. That's it. This is it. All of you that are saying you're older than 44, clearly you're not. You're just got your math wrong. It's okay. You're born in the 70s, all you're saying? No, YouTube disagrees. You are not older than 44. You couldn't have been born in the 70s. What year is that? What year would this put at? 25 minus 44? Yeah, you're clearly an 80s kid. You're clearly an 80s kid. Errol. I don't think there's anything wrong with showing this, so. I'm almost 50-50 on subscribe and not subscribe. I think that's only because of shorts now. It used to be like 90% subscribed or 80% subscribed. 100% male audience on streaming, on live. 100%. And then see. If I go to videos, then I get a 3.6% female audience. And then we have people older, see? 0.2% 65 plus. And the youngest is 18 to 24 at 10.6%. The funny thing is when I go to shorts, I have 6.8% 13 to 17 year olds. I find that amusing. Because clearly it's not looking at my current demographics and trying to send it to the same kind of people that watch my stuff. It just sends it to everyone. And because my stuff isn't made for 13 to 17 year olds. So. But yeah, if we go under live for the last 28 days, and this has been like this for a while, 0% as far as it's concerned. Even though this has a bigger bar, by the way, note this bigger bar, it still says 0%. I don't know how this has a bar here as big as it does, but it's still 0%. You need more GPU content, yeah. There used to be more women in game dev. Yeah, that'd be nice. Here we go. If my top geographies in the last 28 days, guys, my top geographies are United States and Spain. No one else exists. All my geographies are 19.4%. No one else exists. That's it. So if you're not in the United States or Spain specifically, you clearly do not watch my live content. You are not watching my live stream right now. Which means Gagats has never watched my live streams in the past 28 days because he's in Brazil and I don't see a Brazil here at all. Clearly does not watch my stuff. I don't know why. You're not here confirmed. Yeah, see? I don't know why it's so bad. Your shorts are 100% male and no kids? I don't get it. I don't understand demographics. They don't seem accurate. For sure. Kids supposed to be into game dev? I mean, I think a lot of them are, to be fair. Yeah. Your last year was Battlefield 6, so it makes 0 sense. Couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you if I tried. Because based on my stats, no one over 44 watches me, and no one under the age of, what, 24 or 25 watches me during my live streams. 100% male. That one I actually believe, okay? I actually believe the 100% male part. But the rest. Look at all the cool stuff we make as game devs. True and real. We make tons of cool stuff. Like, if you want to see like a game that like benefited from female devs, if I recall correctly, let me just confirm. If I could spell. There it is. Okay, well, I mean, I heard about it. Oh, wait a second. Is this on? Oh, it's on Steam. Katamari Damacy is on Steam. I heard this game had female devs, and I totally believe it because this game's awesome. And because I'll tell you this, most guys won't come up with this, so I totally believe it. It's so adorable, and it's so much fun. If you've never played Katamari Damacy, play it, try it. Katamari Damacy do they have other ones as well? Oh, hold on. Oh, it's DLC. This is such a great game. If you've never seen Katamari Damacy, by the way, you don't know what the game is because it didn't have a video for whatever reason. So you roll things up and they get attached to you, and when you get big enough, you can roll up bigger things. And it is, and you have to get a certain size, I think, by a certain amount of time, or just a certain size. So I think some of them had like timers and stuff. So yeah, I such a great game. Such a great game. Yeah, so you get bigger and bigger. And so you can pick up ships eventually in the later missions. Yeah. I believe that's your dad. Something along those lines, I don't remember. Good stuff. Would recommend Katamari Damacy. I think it was for console before. I think I played it. I don't remember where I played it originally. It wasn't on Steam. Just shows how one mechanic is enough. Absolutely. If you have one mechanic that's super fun, that's all you need. And the mechanic was very simple. You roll ball. If ball is bigger than thing, it picks it up. Otherwise, it don't pick up. Kind of looks at N64 era graphics. I mean, the game's old. It came out in 2004. It's over 20 years old. I mean, there's newer ones as well. Right. Which is crazy to say that 2004 is old also. You know, that is over 20 years old. But it's still crazy to say that because it's still in the 2000s. It is what it is, though. Is that the one that had 6 women worked on or something like that? I want to say yes, but stop reminding us. Look, I'm there with you, okay? I'm there with you in terms of feeling like 2000s should be not as old as they are. I mean, technically speaking, I've lived more in the 2000s than I have pre-2000s, and I still feel like 2000s is the new time. Major Reno? Yell out spells over void, over VoIP, and GG well played. Hey, you got a good fun mechanic? That's all you need. If you don't have a good one mechanic, add more. Shove more and more mechanics until it gets too convoluted, and then you end up with a JRPG, and people will love it. Or you'll end up with like Yakuza, which has so many mini games and other mechanics, and then people will love it again. It's a curve. Very few does really well. Then you go too many, and then it becomes, oh, there's so many, and goes back up. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. We'll continue tomorrow, getting more of the animations in, and truck along on getting this guy fully inside of Unreal with all the animations, and then we get to work at all the abilities and AI and all that stuff. Lots to do. Should be good. Should be good. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch the collab that I did from yesterday. It's super fun. I really enjoyed it. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Get some rest. Take care. Bye-bye.